Grim and I are here at Antelope Island State Park. We are re-attempting our fall camping trip, although this is not exactly the fall forest, fall foliage camping trip that I imagined. It is so gorgeous here. In front of me is the Great Salt Lake, and I'm surrounded by mountains. There's beach access here, wild bison. This is such a cool place. I'm gonna have to come back here and stay for like multiple days. We're only doing one night because it's supposed to be really cold, but it is so beautiful here. I could probably stay here and take photos and videos like all evening, but we do have to get to our campsite and set up before it gets dark. But before I get into this trip, I'm gonna take you back a couple weeks to our first attempt at a fall camping trip. Okay, so Grim and I drove into the mountains this evening and we left at like 4:20. It was supposed to take less than 2 hours to get there and it ended up taking like 3. And I had planned to do a sunset hike tonight, and it was just supposed to be like, it was a short 1 mile hike too, out and back. But the traffic was just so bad and we got to the place and it was like getting dark. The sun was going down behind the mountains on the other side. So I just stopped at like a parking lot, like pull-off area. A bunch of people were getting photographs taken. And I just took a couple film photos and was not the day that I expected, but that's okay. I'm at a gas station right now because I realized I forgot a lighter, so I can't cook anything until I get a lighter, and then I also need to get some water. So yeah, it was gonna be like another 20-minute drive up into the canyon, and like the sun had already been setting at this point. And I was just like, it's not worth it. And I think the campground that I'm gonna stay at is on the way to that trail. So we're gonna camp tonight and then do that trail tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a good trail to do in the morning. All right, you guys, I've been driving down this Forest Service road for like 10 minutes now. My map said that the entrance of the campground was way back there, but it was gated off, so I don't even know if it's open. And these girls told me that the campgrounds were up there. They called their dad. I don't know, I think they were like in high school. They called their dad and said that the campgrounds were up here. And I've been driving up this road for like 10 minutes now and I cannot find anything. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should turn around or just like literally camp on the side of the road here. All right, the campground is freaking closed for this season. Are you kidding me? I literally just drove up that entire dirt road for like 10 minutes looking for the campgrounds because the girl said it was up there. And it's freaking closed. So I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna see if I have service and see if there are any other campgrounds in the area that I can drive to. The trail that I was going to do today is up that road even farther, so there's absolutely no way that I would have made it in time. I had no idea that the campground was closed. Like I looked on recreation.gov and it said everything was like first come first serve and you just like show up and pay. I had gone camping at the New River Gorge at their free campsites last year, like the very end of October. And so I assumed that this campground would still be open because Utah is warmer. And I wonder if they just don't have like people to manage it. I don't know. So I don't know what we're gonna do now. I don't know. I'm gonna check iOverlander and see if you can just like park on the side of the road here because I really don't want to have to like drive all the way down somewhere and then drive all the way back up to do this hike tomorrow morning. But I did want to sleep in a tent and like have a nice cozy little camping night with Grim in the tent. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. I ended up driving all the way back home and it took me about half the time that it took me to get there because there was no traffic this time. And I ended up just setting up a tent in the backyard to practice camping with Grim. I didn't think it was a good idea to try to camp with him in the car on the side of the road since we had never done that before. I hadn't been car camping in a long time, and with only having Grim for a few months at this point and never camping with him before, I wasn't sure how he would do in the car overnight, and I really wanted to try a tent in a more secure situation. So we ended up setting up the tent and didn't go to bed until about 2 a.m. I was kind of bummed that the fall camping trip didn't end up working out because the foliage was really pretty at the time and I wanted to be able to do a nice fall hike. But honestly, we had a great time in the backyard and he did such a good job camping for the first time.
What do you think, buddy? Is this fun? Yeah. Was that fun, buddy? Was it fun sleeping in the tent? Look at this guy. He did so well. We woke up a few times because it did rain overnight, but he was such a good boy.
No matter how hard I try, I always end up setting up camp in the dark. I try to leave at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, ends up being like 2 hours late, and then of course I get here and the sun's setting and I have to take pictures, and now it's dark and I'm setting up my tent and making dinner. Okay, I've got some chicken tortilla soup here. I look like a freaking marshmallow in this coat, but I don't care, it's so warm. I've got a sweater and then a long sleeve shirt underneath this too. It's supposed to be like 40 degrees tonight, which is not as cold as I thought it was gonna be, but it's still chilly. And I'm also the only person here on a random Thursday night. This is for me, buddy. Perfect for a chilly October night camping. I think Grim hears something outside of our tent. I heard like some grunting. I don't know if the bison are out down there. I don't know. I saw them up by the visitor center, and this campground is like near the visitor center, so I'm wondering if they're out there. But he does not really want to settle. It's almost 1 a.m. I stayed up posting videos on TikTok Shop, and I accidentally pressed the wrong button, and it took me, I basically had to like redo the whole thing. It added an extra like 20 minutes onto my night, but I'm so tired. Thankfully the sun has been rising closer to 8 a.m. recently. Usually when I would do sunrise things, sunrise hikes and stuff, I would have to wake up at like 5:30 or 6 in order to get there on time. But here the sunrise is just gonna be right outside my tent at like 8 a.m. So we're gonna get some sleep, and hopefully Grim will settle down. Whatever's outside will walk away and we'll be able to get some good sleep. It's actually not as cold as I thought it was gonna be, which is really nice. We do have a ton of blankets in here if we need them. So we will see you guys in the morning. Hey, buddy. Good morning. The sun is coming up over the mountains. It was so chilly last night, but this was so fun. It's slowly starting to get warmer now that the sun's coming up. I'm about to make some tea and then probably some breakfast, and then we're gonna go for a little walk, and then I'll probably pack up and figure out where to go after this, if we want to go for a hike or go back to the beach. That was an awesome little beach access place. I really want to go back there today. What do you think, Mr. Grimm? Did you have fun? Are you such a good boy? Oh yeah, you're such a good boy.
Oh my goodness, hang on. You want some food? Okay, ready? Very good boy. Yeah. Look at that tail.
I forgot salt and pepper, but it's still good. So right before we came down here, I was packing up my campsite and accidentally left my keys in the car. Thankfully, I left the window cracked, so I called the visitor center and just explained that I needed help. And they sent someone down, and he had one of those like long tools, and was able to just reach in and get it and bring it up to the window crack. So they didn't need to like try to break into the car or anything. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be more careful next time. I was like going back and forth between the campsite, trying to bring everything while holding him, and I had taken the keys out of my pocket and put them on the front seat, which is a big mistake. Yeah, I will definitely be more careful next time, because like this is definitely not like in the middle of nowhere, but if I was in the middle of nowhere, I would have been screwed.
Maybe a fun trip, buddy. Do you like adventures? You're such a good boy. Yeah, you're such a good adventure dog.
We found some bison. There's 3 of them there, and then on the other side of that visitor center, there was more. I think those were the ones that Grim heard last night. Like the most interesting place. It's like if you took South Dakota, put it on an island next to the Great Salt Lake, and then you see the mountains on the other side. It's just like such an interesting landscape. I feel like I could come here and spend like 2 weeks here, just like driving around and exploring everything. They have some really long hiking trails too, that I would like to go on, but I was nervous about taking Grim. He's staring at the bison right now, because I wasn't sure how he would do around the bison. I thought he would probably bark at them and try to go after them, and the bison can be dangerous, so I didn't want to have any situation happen there. But overall, this was such a fun trip. Entirely worth the $28 I paid for a campsite. That's the thing I absolutely love about camping. You can have so much fun. You're basically as close to nature as possible, like everything that you could want. And it's so cheap, but not many people are willing to do that. So, but we gotta get going. Someone just pulled up into this pull off here, so we're gonna head out. Was that fun, Mr. Grimm? Yeah, we're gonna go home now. We're gonna go see your brother for his birthday. Yeah.